Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I've got a bit of time on my hands. I'm alone in the house. Everyone else is busy doing stuff. So I figured I would sit down and do some building, because before I can jump into painting and all the other bits and pieces I do, you've got to build some stuff. So I thought, sod it, I'm here. I might as well put the stream on and show you the sort of stuff I'm building and just chill out. So if you fancy a bit of a chilled stream, a bit of chat, then yeah, stick around. So we're going to build the jackalope first, this freaky looking giant bunny rabbit. There we go. So I can show you the process you go through to building this sort of stuff if you've not seen it before. Hey, Goldtooth, hey buddy, you're right, my friend. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Nerdy Geezer, hello my friend. Yeah, look at this. So this is going to be a big old were-rabbit with horns thing. I don't know what the hell you call it. But yeah, going to build all these up. Got a few kits to go through. So we've got the jackalope to build. We've got this kind of fairy folk here called the End Is Nigh. We've got this big old giant to build called Lubard. We've got the Goblin airship, which is a big bloated frog with a machine gun nest attached to it. Yeah. Retro Skelly, hello, hello. Thanks guys for joining. That's much appreciated. Hope you're all well and having a nice Sunday afternoon. Me and my boys just got back from rugby. This actually looks like quite a simple miniature, to be honest. Interesting. Here's his card. I'm looking for a base. There should be a base in here somewhere. Hey, Tauros. A 1, 2. Is it? That's the scale. Is it 1 to 1? Wow, crikey. Thanks for that, man. I don't know why I should have looked at what the scale was before, but I appreciate that. 1/1200. Crikey. Yeah, I don't know why I said 15 mil when I was like, what? There's no way this is 15 mil. You must have been like, what is he smoking? The jackalope looks like my grand. Well, you know, I've not met her, mate, so I'll have to take your word on it. Well, there's some cleaning up to do on those antlers. Look how rough the plastic is. Look. Got a lot of flash going on there. So yeah. So essentially, when building a miniature, it will come either on a sprue or with bits that you need to remove. So clearly, this bottom piece here needs to be removed. And then what you're looking for is any areas where the plastic hasn't quite gone flush, like you can see a bit here, a bit of flash. So you're trying to get off all the rough areas to smoothen it down. Some of that can be done with your finger, some of it can be done with a craft knife, some of it can be done with a little file. There's all sorts of ways to get it done. But yeah, let's crack on and get this guy going. Luckily, this one doesn't seem to have many parts to it, so. But yeah, there's going to be no painting in this. This is literally just a sit and chill. So if you want to just hang out, this is. Hopefully you can hear a bit of music in the background. We can just shoot the breeze. Anyone doing anything today? Anyone playing any new games today? Anyone doing any hobby stuff? Well, I was thinking about putting a tab in the base, but to be honest, I'm not going to bother Tauros. I don't think it needs to. Because then I can then position it however I want it to. So yeah, I'd rather just go flat and then not bother putting it in the base, because it's a big old tab anyway. It's huge, isn't it? So yeah, I'm happy for it to just go loose. Because I tend to fill in the bases anyway. So no, it was for like if you'd cut the short piece off, then the short tab would have gone in, but the short tab wouldn't fill anyway. The short tab was only this wide, so I would have been left with gaps anyway. And if I stick it in this way, I can actually use the feet and the body to cover up the hole. So I'd rather just cut it off flush and then just do the basics separately. I think I've got a pretty smooth bottom. Anyone else hobbying or anything? Anyone playing any games? Doing any shenanigans? No, it's not supposed to be floating. No. he's a chunky boy if he's floating. I suppose you could do, if you wanted to. I suppose you could model him jumping through the air, but his legs are in the wrong position, really. That would be quite a cool version of it, kind of almost jumping. I'm not going to deny that wouldn't be a very cool thing to see. He's a bit of a chunky lad, though. I don't know how well he can jump. He might be a rabbit in name. But yes, I did just put a video up of a game I've yet to try and play yet, which is called Dystopian Wars, and it's a seafaring, epic-sized game with huge gunships going at each other and trying to blow each other out of the water. It looks a lot of fun. Of course, I don't know if you've played that at all. I've been putting completed models away to make space. Yeah, sounds like an 80s party at Studio 54. Yeah, man. It sounds a bit like the Joker scene in Batman, doesn't it? When he's dancing around the restaurant. I know that's Prince that's playing, but this sounds a bit Prince. Well, this is one of the reasons why I want to build all these kits, Tauros, because the boxes take up too much room. I want to get them built and then I can put them away for when I actually want to paint them. All of the boxes on the side take up too much space. You know what? There's not much to clean up on that guy. He's pretty good. These antlers are pretty graceful. Okay, it's just a load of loose flash. It's nothing's actually stuck to the model itself. Yeah, I did a trade with Warren some time ago. I gave him a load of Blood Red Skies stuff, and he sent me some Dystopian Wars. It was one half of the starter box he sent me, so I've had it sat there for a while. But then the guys reached out to me and said, would I like a review copy of the new faction? I was like, yeah, sure, I'd love it, yeah. And, so they sent it to me. So I now have 2 factions for Dystopian Wars, so I will get it built and painted and played. I've not painted anything like that before, so something new and different. Working hard or hardly working? Don't worry, Goldtooth. Your secret is safe with us. I often work with streams in the background anyway, it's quite nice. I watch a lot on sort of Twitch streams and stuff like that. Hey McGothmog, sorry I didn't see your message pop up. Hello my friend. How are you? I can get a toothbrush on it. I reckon I can get A lot of it's quite loose. I have got some more super glue. Yes, I knew I blooming had some. I've always got the plastic because there's different types of glue depending on what type of model you're using. So for plastic, you obviously want a plastic glue because it actually melts the two sides and then it becomes like a proper plastic bond. But this is resin, so plastic glue wouldn't work. So this is where you want to use more like a super glue. Now I've always normally got tons of super glue. You know, I normally pick it up every time I go in a pound shop, to be honest. But I didn't know where I'd stuck it. And I just got out the box down there, and I eventually found my stash of super glue. Like a sniffer's dream in here. You can find every solvent you want. There's a big old mould line, so that doesn't you'll pick this up on the camera, but for those people that are interested, what you're looking for are these kind of like mould. So there's a line that runs all the way down this antler. That's called a mould line. So what you're doing is you just take the back of your knife and just sort of flatten it off. Because you won't notice it when you're building it, but the moment you put paint down on this miniature, that line will stick out like a sore thumb. So that's what you're looking to do. Same on the inside as well. So when you found one, you can normally flip it over to the other side and you'll see the exact same line on the other side. So. So this horn, try and fit it as it is. That side or is it that side? That's an awkward position. Feels like it's got to be this one. Yeah, so that's that one goes in there, and this one must fit into there. It's just a bit of a squeeze to get it in there, so. Yeah, so normally you use this stuff, which is the extra thin, which has a very, use this in a well ventilated space because, crikey, that's got a very strong smell to it. Probably get you high as a kite, I imagine. So yeah, that's what I would normally. I like that stuff because the brush gives you loads of control, so you know you're gonna get it exactly where you want the glue. Yeah, it is good stuff for sure, for sure. Man, this pawn in there is not the easiest place to. I might have to really jam that in. Cut that down a little bit. I don't know quite how they've managed to get that to be like that. Let's have a little look here. Well, it's definitely the right one. I might end up just cutting that actual sort of nodule off there, I think. Oh, that's really tight fit. It will go, but I'm going to have to glue it and then stick it in, I think, because once I get that in that hole, I ain't getting it out again. That's close. Old blob of glue just fell out. Yeah, so super glue, I don't really like using super glue because it's very inaccurate. Well, that is really stiff. Hey James, thanks for coming and saying hello, mate. Cheers, Jim. This wasn't really a planned, this was just I figured I might as well sit here and build something, so I thought, sod it, I'll chuck the stream on as well. So what I'm going to do here, where there's a very little small gap, is that I'll fill that with a bit of green stuff. I could probably get rid of the gap if I pulled it out and shaved it down even further, but I might as well just get a little bit of green stuff and just fill that gap in. Given that blob fell out of there, I should use that blob. But yeah, so it's a very fine little gap there. Too late to pull that out really, I'll end up snapping the antler. So I'll just use a bit of, when it's dry, I've got some green stuff here, this stuff here. And I can just use it to sort of poke into that hole and smooth it out so you can't see it. But yeah, there you go, there's the old jackalope done. Took a bit of glue on his face. go. Let's grab another miniature. And there's his card. So we've got his stats and bits and pieces. My friend hit something with his car years ago and thought it was a dog, so he stopped, checked. He had hit the local glue sniffer. Glue sniffer jumped up like Rambo. Then covered his arm like Brexit. Yeah. It does indeed glue your fingers together. You're 100% there. I've already got some glue on my fingers. Yeah. The other thing you have to do with all these miniatures is give them a bath as well. So they will be covered in the release agent that's used to get them out of the molds when they've been pressed or poured, and therefore they have like this kind of, you can't see it. Well, in fact you can in some places. It will be shiny, and I had that problem before. When you try and paint on that, your paint just slides off. So this is the sort of giant. I must admit they do look very good. They're not. There's not much to be done on them, to be honest. Most of the flash is almost, you can just like rub it off with your fingers. Ooh, yeah, you just have to, a bit of soapy water and a toothbrush before you paint a miniature will probably get you away from that problem. Yeah, it is with resins as well. You do occasionally get little air bubbles in the mold. So I can see there's a very tiny one about here where you just seem to lose a bit of the resin. I don't worry about it too much, because I think by the time you've painted it and shaded it and all of that, it just looks like imperfections in the skin. And you know, given this is a big ugly ogre or big ugly giant, then you know he wouldn't have perfect skin. So I don't tend to worry about it too much. Again, you can use that same liquid green stuff if you wanted to fill in any big. Definitely if there's a big gap, I'd bother, but for what I've just seen there, it's not worth the hassle. Minimal. They actually cast really nicely. Currently in talks with someone to potentially pick up a CDI, Philips CDI. I don't know why I want a Philips CDI, but I think it is literally for Mad Dog McCree. I think is the only reason I want one. I don't actually remember any other good games being on the CDI. Don't do it. Well, like I say, I am umming and ahhing about it. I haven't fully made a decision that's what I'm going to do yet, but I do kind of need to let the guy know today. I do wonder how much I'd actually use it. And it's a distraction from me getting the Amiga, so it's like I think the Amiga would get a lot more use. No, I can bet they haven't aged. I did look at a couple online. I literally googled best CDI games, and there weren't many. There weren't many standout titles, that's for sure. So yeah, I may talk myself out of it during the day. This bit's the worst bit so far. This bit's got quite a lot of imperfections in it. I don't think I can do much about the chain link, so no worries, man. Good luck with work. I hope you have a quieter day than what it sounded like you had last night. So, yes, mate. Hopefully work goes well. I shall catch you later on, my friend. Okay, right, I think we're good to sort of stick this one together. So it looks like it's just this hand and that hand. Or is it hanging? It must be hanging downward, surely, yeah. More like that. Yeah, okay, cool. Got a little blob inside the wrists.
You know those mornings you look outside and everything is different? Nothing is like it was? Do you believe in fate? I do. At least I think I do. It's hard to believe that it's been a year since I last saw you. We miss so much trying so hard to hold on to the things that we once had. But you know, not even the stars stay in sight forever.
Okay. Right, I do need to cut some card. Where have I got some card? Well, I could just use the actual boxes, I guess. Because not all the bases are slotter bases, and the actual miniatures don't have slots on them, even though the jackalope did. So what I tend to do is just take a strip of card and cover the slot. Oh, this needs a new blade. That's a toffee, isn't it? I've still got all my fingers. Although saying that this finger has no feeling in it. I went through this finger with a bacon slicer as a child. You know, these spinning ones you get in a deli, ones that they cut their meat on and stuff. As a young lad working in one of those places, I thought it was a real good idea to clean it with the guard off. Turns out it's not a good idea to clean one of those things with the guard off, especially when you think it's a really good idea to have it spinning whilst you're cleaning it. Turns out that's a really bad idea, and you definitely shouldn't do that. So yeah, don't do that. Come on. He basically walks on his back heel and his front toes. About there. There we go. Let that catch for a sec. He should be alright. He feels like one that would definitely going to break off of that base. So I might later on actually pin him to the base by just putting some little things into his feet and then sticking those feet back to the base. But we've got another one done. We've got the giant done. So that was, yeah, the Lubard he was called. We've got the jackalope and the Lubard. Looks a bit like an executioner, but he's carrying around a sort of incense dispenser, whatever you call it. Okay, so the next one up we've got is The End Is Nigh, and it's like some fairy folk type people. Yeah. No, Panda, but I was going to stick it together first and then wash it afterwards. So yeah, the plan is still to yeah, I've got my hot soapy water. But I decided to just glue it together first. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe that was wrong, but I did it with the last lot and it was okay. Probably would be easier to just stick this in a bowl and brush it, but I didn't. How are you anyway, Quentin? You good? This one's handy. This is just a singular piece, this miniature, so that's good. So in this instance, I will actually keep the slot because it makes sense for this miniature, but the other guy, it wasn't, so I will just cut that off the bottom and keep the slot on it. Yeah, it's very good, mate. Yeah, all good. Very chilled. I got finished with the starter box for Moonstone. That's all good. So now it's just all the little expansions and stuff. But I'm going to do it in between. I'm going to do it sort of in between projects. Ah, nice. Which ones? Which ones? Is it just the starter box or other bits and pieces? Once again, quite a clean miniature. There's not much on this one that needs any work. They actually come out really nice. The miniatures, they look fantastic, especially for single piece miniatures as well. Oh, looks very good. A little bit freaky, but good. We've enjoyed the game, mate. Yeah, it's a nice, simple little game, isn't it? So yeah, we've definitely enjoyed it. We need to sort of advance now to the next level of, you know, making our own little war bands and learning some of the synergies. Although the game creator very much wanted it to be about play what you like rather than min-maxing or anything like that. So you know, I'm looking forward to getting these guys painted up just so we've got some variety of things. I'd like to do I'll probably do some let's plays as well, like either live stream it or do it me and James playing. I've got a whole box of terrain I want to build as well, so I 3D printed loads of sort of like a fantasy village, so I want to get that all done and primed up. Earthanox Minis, hello. All good, yes, very good, thank you very much. How are you? I'm working on a dim and dimmer fire splitter for goblins and tumble down town street for the Commonwealth. Nice. I kind of wish I'd bought up the whole entire range, especially when it was on sale, because I think over time I'm going to end up buying the range anyway. So I think the next time Moonstone does a sale, I'm just going to buy everything, or everything I haven't got anyway, because I just know I'm going to end up getting it, so I might as well just get it now whilst it's cheap and available, or cheaper in a sale. That's good, Erox. I'm glad you are good. Right. Is this another one piece? This can't be another one piece mini, is it? Yeah, it is. Big old flux. Not flux. Flash there. Okay. Yeah, it's just another one piece mini. Oh. It feels a bit more fragile, so I'm going to be careful around these horns. Yeah, because I think at one point he had like 15% off or something, and I was like, well, do I want it all right now? No, but probably is the reality is it's a small enough range that I will end up probably buying it all over time, and when there's a sale on, I might as well take advantage of it. I think I talked myself out of it at the time just because I had all of the Wild West Exodus stuff to do and all the other stuff I picked up at Salute. Like, I had so much, and I definitely don't need more hobby stuff. That's what I know it's a sin, but I feel like I've got enough models easily my lifetime. And I've probably got enough to hook my kids up for a long time as well. But the Moonstone game is very cool, so. There's a bit of flash around this dagger here. Gotta be careful not to chunk out the dagger. Ah, okay. Might have just clipped the dagger then a little bit. Never mind. Right. If I actually just even it up on both sides. Yeah, that's fine. It's bound to happen because it's such a small, thin piece of resin that any slight sort of heavy-handedness it was going to break. But it's just the dagger guard. So now I've evened it up on the other side. By the time it's painted, you won't be able to tell. Same with these antlers. These antlers feel very fragile. No worries, Retro Skelly, mate. You got. I'm just chilling, man. You do life, mate. Getting the kids sorted, stuff like that. It's all way more important. It's just chill time. I was going to stick a game on. I was going to play something, but I was like, well, I need to. The problem is with miniature wargaming is that you want to do the fun bit. You want to do the painting and the playing. So that means, like anything, you have to sort of like do the prep work first. So the building and the priming isn't the most fun. I don't enjoy this bit too much. I don't mind building too much, depending on the miniature, but sadly, unless you build it and prime it, you ain't got a dash to paint. I always like to have a load of stuff just ready to go, like I can get it out of the drawer and just start painting it. Yeah, damn life getting in the way. It was okay. My youngest two were playing and my oldest was training. The under sevens, they don't really, you know, it's tag, you know that, right? It's tag rugby at that point. So he was alright, but my middle son, yeah, he played alright. He did alright, you know. He's a forward, so you know he's pretty good at running through the lines and stuff. At that age, it's all about overcoming your fears in the tackle and the rucking and stuff like that. He did alright though, did it? Yeah, it's good. What's the video you're doing? Editing the hell out of a video. Is it another homebrew one, or? I may have been on Cytronic's website again last night, mate, and I may have bought another 6 or 7 homebrew games. Oh man. I'm actually probably not far away from an almost no, I am. I'm probably got half of the games on the Cytronic's website now. Yeah, my oldest son, he's in the under 15, so he's in that really tricky year. You may remember it, and I certainly remember it. When you're sort of 15, 16, everyone's at different ages. You've got the guys in the team who are like men, and then you've got the people in the team who are still kids. And James, because he's the youngest, he's one of the youngest in the year. He's an August birthday. He's finding himself playing with, you know, almost men. You know, these are 16-year-old boys, and he's finding it really difficult at the moment to play with them. Ah, Retro Chef, hello, sir. Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't. I've got a problem. I'm just on there going, that looks good. That looks good. So yeah, I've got a few more showing up. So what in rugby, probably Saracens. I try not to get too much into supporting. No, in football, we live near Cholton, so we kind of support Cholton. And I was Liverpool growing up. In rugby, you know, our local teams are like Blackheath and teams like that. So you know, we try and get around everyone. There we go. Sorry, don't hate me. No, man, it's fun, man. There we go. There we go. Tigers, nice. Everyone up this weekend means I can finally get some rubbish out of the garage and might actually start on the garage conversion. Nice. That is cool. No way, man. No. But yeah, so for my oldest son, this is the crunch year to see whether he wants to continue playing rugby, because no, not next year. The year after will be academy, right? He'll go into the academy, and whether he wants to continue. But he is struggling this year, and I think the sooner he can have that growth spurt that all boys around that age get, I think the better. Because he is. I can see the fear sometimes in his eyes, and I'd be afraid too, man. I mean, I used to play rugby all the time, and even I look at some of the kids now and think, yeah, sod trying to tackle you, mate. I fell over in the garden a few weeks ago and twisted my knee, and my knee still hurts today. So God knows what it'd be like if I actually still played. So I can understand it. Rugby is it's a great game, but it's a tough game. But I'm very glad they prefer that to football. Sure. Alright, this one's not looking too bad. Another lovely looking miniature. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And James is in that awkward position. He's not fast enough to be a winger, although he's not slow. Yet he's not really big to be a powerful forward, right? He's kind of in that middle. So, you know, playing the hooker or something like that, or you know, 1 or 2 or something like that. You know, he's not. But yeah, you enjoy it. At the moment, it doesn't matter. All that matters is you enjoy it, right? That's all that really matters. But I think this next 2 years, we'll see where he lands. I thought of some today actually. I didn't actually know this, but in I think they were saying New Zealand, for kids rugby. I don't know if they do. I don't know how old they go up to, but I'm guessing until they start playing in the adults teams, they do it by size, height, and weight rather than age group, so that you don't have the case where you might have a bunch of 15-year-olds. Some are almost men and some are still a bit still grow a bit behind. So it's all based on height and weight, which I thought was a really cool idea. Hey Jim. Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, his age group, they still play a lot of different positions, but it's always a forward. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that system. I think it's actually a really good idea to do it by your height and weight. Obviously, there must be some age limitations, like within a few years of each other, I imagine. But I think it's actually a really good idea. A rainy island day here in North Central Florida might not do too much outside the hotel room. Oh yeah, of course, you're on your weekend away, ain't you, mate? Yes, no worries, mate. Catch you soon, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope your video editing goes well. I'll speak to you later on. But yeah, I was quite impressed by that as a system. I thought, yeah, that's actually quite cool, especially for young kids. Because you do end up with a situation where, you know, a couple of kids who are bigger than the others just dominate the team, and then it's not fun for it's not fun for anyone. It's not fun for the kids trying to catch up, and it can't be fun for the kid who's just dominating everyone because he's not actually getting any challenge whatsoever. So I'm sure they like it for the beginning, and then they must get bored. Like, no one's actually going to try and tackle me, and even if they do, I'm just going to carry them along with me because I'm twice their height, twice their weight. No one's Panzer Kaput. See you later, my friend. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Back in the hotel after brunch. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I will say this: these miniatures build quickly. There isn't too many complex bits to them, yet they are very nicely detailed miniatures. So. This is a pretty heavy tune. Just grab my phone a sec. More to come off there. About as good as it's going to get. There's another one that's got a fair bit of flash on it, so if we can rub some of this off. Is that flat? I can't. Need better eyes. I can't tell if that's flash or if that's part of the model. I think that's flash. Well, I hope it was because I just cut it out. We'll go with its flash. think it was left over inside of his sleeve, so I think it's a... That's true, actually, yeah. That sucks, man. Oh, buddy, get some room service, you know. I suppose you just had brunch. You probably don't want room service. Well, hopefully it's just one of those usual Florida showers where it rains itself. It rains absolutely cats and dogs for a short period of time and then stops. You can get out and about again. The rain in Florida always amazed me. Okay, another box done. So, I think we've got 2 more to go, I think. We've built all of my... This one's a fun one, I like this one. So this is the Goblin Airship, which is essentially an inflated, bloated frog with a machine gun nest attached to it. What more could you ask for? Doesn't get better than bloated frog machine gun nest. Oh, a bit of the old neck stretching. It just looks amazing. Look how cool that looks. It's such a cool model. Right, so there are no instructions, so I am going to have to refer to some box art here. So you've got like a telescope thing comes to the right, machine gun in the middle, and the flag to the left-hand side. Okie doke. I getcha. I am on board. Actually a really clean piece of resin, this bit. Yeah, it's just those connection points that need cleaning. Alright, cool. quite a big, almost like a split there on the mould. Actually quite a large mould line. Luckily it's under the leg. So. Bit of a cut there to level it out a bit. There we go. That's going to fit on like so. Okay, so now we've got the machine gun nest underneath. My little file, there's my little file. Better. Perfect. Oh. This thing's going to be great fun to paint, just this giant bloated frog. It's a very cool thing. I've no idea if it plays well or if it's a good unit, but wanted it purely on how it looked. Which is what this game is designed for. This game was meant to be just play the cool looking miniatures. Don't worry too much about what works and what doesn't work. Go with the rule of cool. Of course, the only rule. Okay, this looks like it attaches on the side somehow. Here's the box. So it attaches. Almost that way round. Doesn't actually look like that bit at all, to be honest, but no worries, man. Catch you later, Retro Skelly. Have a good rest of your day. I may even leave that bit off because it actually just looks rubbish. I'm not entirely sure how or where it would fit. I think it's supposed to go like that, but I think it just looks bad, so it's not needed. It's not covering over anything that's missing detail. Or is it supposed to go there? Actually, I think it's supposed to go there. There's definitely a divot for it now. So the telescope goes on the side there, and this flag piece goes in like that. Can't, oh no, maybe in like that. Ah, yeah, okay. Ah, I got it. Okay, like that. There we go. So it goes like that. So the piece there is kind of flapping outward. All right, makes sense. Gotcha. We can do that. Might do some sit rep podcast. Go Mr. Walking Dead today. The players not enough zombies. There's never enough zombies. You know, I need to watch it, man. It's on my playlist for when I'm just chilling upstairs. I'm gonna listen in. But yeah, you can never have. I mean, you can never have enough zombies. Especially if the players are going loud, then it needs to escalate quickly. If they're feeling in control, then there's not enough zombies. Yeah. I don't know. As I was just saying, the heroes and villains were never in. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Well, no, exactly. The biggest threat in the movie are the humans, aren't they? The zombies are just the background. But you always want that potential that if you get caught out of position or you completely ignore them, then over time the threat builds, don't they? Especially if things go loud. So yes, you definitely want the threat to be the other humans because they're intelligent, they have weapons. But the moment you relax and go, oh yeah, the zombies are nothing to worry about, when you get caught out. Okay, so there's the telescope on the side. The last bit for this is the machine gun. I could hold it in my hand without dropping it several times. This song is being sung by Soundwave, the Transformer. Didn't know he'd gone into music. Hey Janus, all very good, thank you very much. How are you? Yeah, reminder drink. You're right. I should. Sorry, Sunken. I should have drunk some water. I didn't actually bring a drink down. Actually, I did bring a drink down with me. I missed that. Redeem my message. Sorry. Right, it is an hour and 24 minutes, and I hadn't had a drink yet. So maybe I should drink more. Hey, bro, Seb. Welcome, welcome. We are building some wild and wacky miniatures for the Moonstone Miniatures game. Currently building a floated frog airship with a machine gun nest to the bottom of it. Because why not? Exactly, yeah. Soundwave had nothing to do after the fall of Megatron, so apparently he went into music and released this track. By the sounds of it. I'm not going to stick this together because I'm going to need to spray this, but essentially this is what this looks like. This is going to be floating. That is a tiny little connection that's got. So I'm not going to stick it down because I need to spray this. But you can get what it is. This kind of big floaty. There's another gap here, which I will fill with some green stuff just in here, because I couldn't quite get it to go flush. It's all right on the other side, but just missing there. But poke a little bit of green stuff in there, it'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, the bloated frog machine gun thing. Right, let's grab the last one. So the last one, I believe, is another airship. I forgot to pick the box up. Okay. So we did the Goblin airship. It is now time to do the Gnomish run. All well here, all good. Slowly getting back into painting after some time with lots of work and playing Magic on the spare time. Nice. I keep going back to Magic the Gathering. It's such a hard game to keep up with, man. They bring out new sets so often. It's so hard to keep up with it. But I do enjoy it every time I go back to Magic. It's a great little game. Well, Magic the Gathering Arena, not the actual physical card game. Although I do have some cards. Again, it's just such a hard game to keep up with. Man, I could update my LinkedIn profile to be Decepticon, I'm sure. So yeah, we've done the Goblin airship, we've now got the Gnomish airship to do. And that is all of the miniatures built, so we'll be ready for priming and then painting. I actually thought there was more than what there is, so I think I will get this project finished before I do anything else, because I think these will be really good fun to paint. And it'll be nice to get all the Moonstone collection done. And we're only talking, you know, what's it, 2, 4, 6, 7 miniatures, so I think that'll be fairly easy to do on a few streams. Yeah, it almost requires a play each day to keep up, just so to start to lose interest. Anyway, that's how it is with these things. Funky looking minis you are building there can be really cool. Yes, so yeah, this is the Moonstone game. So Moonstone is a fairly new sketch, but you're right about Magic. Magic does feel like you've got to play it every single day, especially in Magic Gathering, because there are daily rewards, and then you get your packs, and then you open packs. But they just add. I mean, how often do they add expansions? It must be every 3 months, it feels, and therefore loads of old cards go out, loads of new cards come in, and it's a constant. You know, you got to be buying the packs. I know you can win them in Arena, but I find drafting really hard. So. I'm much more like net deck something and then go, right, that's the deck I'm going to play in Magic the Gathering for a while. But yeah, so yeah, these are been painting these up for a little while now. I've done the starter set. The starter set is all finished, so this is the kind of sets that you end up with. So yeah, this is more of the same, really. Oh no, that's annoying. That just broke there, so I need to fix that immediately. And in seconds I just broke the miniature. I wasn't paying attention. and just broke that fin off the back there. Darn it. Luckily fixable, but wasn't paying attention to where my clippers were and caught the handle. Snapped that off. Yeah, exactly. They are very fun. They're very sort of Jim Henson-esque type miniatures. So Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, all those kind of things. That's where these are. Feel like they're inspired from. Never-ending Story, all that kind of shenanigans. So yeah, really, really cool. But as we just saw, resin, so that broke extremely easily. I mean, I was also heavy-handed with it, so it's my fault. It didn't break because it's a poor miniature or anything. It broke because I'm a bloody oaf sometimes. But that's okay. We can repair. There we go. We've repaired it. Right, I can't tell how this one's made. I'm going to need to get the box for this one. So, that piece goes underneath. The goblin goes, the gnome goes on it. He's pedaling it there. So I need to go underneath, pedaling it, wings, and then the fins on the back. Okay, all right. I think we can do that. Get the sails done, they're nice and easy. Nice. Nice and flush.
Have you ever been the victim of a crime? Almost everyone has. It can be completely devastating to those on meager incomes. The criminal's mentality is simply, your loss was my gain. These people are the lowlives of society, preying like vultures upon the unsuspecting.
Alright, just a bit quiet for a second while I concentrate on this bit because I already broke one bit and I don't want to break another one. Dennis, you getting back into the hobby? What was you looking to get started on? Was there any hobby projects in mind? Any game systems you've adopted recently or want to look at new. I can definitely recommend Moonstone as a small little game. Jump back into. I can't tell if this is meant to be cut off. I think that goes there. Then no, so that's the handles by the looks of it. So he attaches like that. Yeah, okay. He'll attach like that underneath. Okay, cool. Roger, roger. I'm completing some Napoleonic brush. Oh yes, I think I remember seeing those. But after that, I don't know. People will start playing Oak and Iron at my club to test that. Yeah, I just gave all of my Oak and Iron stuff to Warren. I had tons of it, and I gave it all away because I was never going to do anything with it, frankly. But it looks like a really cool game, and the miniatures are lovely. So. I like Blood and Plunder, so perhaps, yeah, Blood and Plunder looks really cool. I've seen that being played by a lot. But yeah, the Oak and Iron stuff, I just knew I was never actually going to get around to playing it. So I sent it to Warren, thinking at least it'll go to a good home. He was big into his pirates, so figured that was the best place to send it. 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah, I did, man. I had it sat in the boxes for ages, and just didn't know what to do with it. And then Warren messaged me, and I was like, "Hey, man, you can have it." Yeah, I know, you know what I mean. Not really, but what I meant was it has, you know, the ships and stuff in it. I think there is a Blackbeard ship in there. I think there was one of them, but what I meant was he was into that sort of naval scene and was wanting to build the ships and stuff like that. So, sorry, man, I didn't know you're into it. I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but. It will appear in one of his projects at some point. Yeah, that's true. It would have cost. I mean, it was quite a lot. It was quite a big box of it. Even shipping it to Ireland, I think, was fairly expensive. I think not super expensive, but a chunk. Say that. So yeah, to the US. I know shipping from the US to the UK costs a lot. Whenever I look at something to buy and it goes, oh, it ships from the US, and you then go, okay, great, I'm shipping to here. It costs more than the blimmin' thing you were buying, so. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he will have John paint it at some point. Yes, 100%. Is that where that goes? Yeah, he's unlikely to paint it himself. Although he might, I mean, obviously it's his personal stuff rather than work stuff. So I don't know how much John's up for doing it when it's not not because he's being told to by his boss. Maybe less inclined to do it, if it were. Are you asking me to do it, or are you telling me to do it? Oh, I'm asking. Well, in that case, then, no. I'm just holding these handles in place because they're very tiny little handles. Yeah, Janus, I'm starting to sort of, you know, the money's been spent. I'm not too fussed about the money anymore. I'd rather, one, I can clear some space. Oh my god, that's misaligned. I can clear some space and put some stuff in here that I actually want. Oh, I've got it off, but it's not clean. The only thing, if you're quick enough with super glue, you can break things off and re-stick them, but I was worried about the hands breaking off then, to be honest. Yeah, I'd rather clear the space, use the space for something I actually want, and then have the miniatures go to a home where they're going to get used. So, and I know that that's the case with Warren. I know he will use them. Like I've got a bunch of Blood Red Skies stuff I'm gonna either sell or give away or trade as well, because I don't think I'm ever and the same with Cruel Seas and Blood Red Skies. They're both games I'd like to play, but I just don't think I ever am gonna play them. I have a load of Blood Red Skies planes for the Germans and the British, and I have a load of ships for the Germans and the British for Cruel Seas. I don't think I'm ever actually going to get around to and play them. But I'll probably move them on. go. It's a guy sort of riding the airship there, so we just need to stick. It's got like little bombs and stuff, and a little gun on the front there we need to stick in. Little harpoon gun on the front. Just gonna connect like so onto there. You can rain down fiery death upon someone with a harpoon gun. And then he's got like these little sort of little bombs he can drop. Given how small the connection point on these is, I guarantee these bombs will probably not make it through the painting or playing process. These won't last 5 minutes. Or one of them is broken or snapped off, or they are barely hanging on. Rock and Roller RC, hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hello. There we go. That's stuck on there. Right, let's give that some drying time. Let's see how everything's going on. Right, let's have a quick tidy up. So I won't put the airships on their flight stands yet, because I need to prime them, and you don't want to prime flight stands because they don't look very good. Where's the lid to me glue? There's my lid. Okay, let's go through what we've got. So first of all, we did the jackalope. The only thing I need to do on him is just there, is where you can see that gap in the horn, is use a bit of the liquid green stuff here to just fill that in. It's a very simple process. You take a bit of a loop of it, and then you just use your craft knife or whatever you've got to sort of jam it into the hole there, and then smooth it out on top. So you get, well, basically no gap, and it looks good. But yeah, there's the freaky looking jackalope. We then had the, and I'll show you the boxes as well so you get to see what they look like. Where was the jackalope? There he was. There's the box for him. Big old weird looking rabbit. We then had the Lubard. So this kind of almost like a executioner type fellow with his big ball, spiked ball and chain with some incense coming out of it, and that's the actual miniature. So they actually sculpt the smoke into the miniature, so you can paint that up however you please. But yeah, he's a big old lad. We then had the, I want to say like fairy folk or something, but the end is nigh. With these kind of weird looking fellows, and this guy with his sign saying the end is nigh and I'm alright with it. So yeah, we have Kavana, I can't say his name, but almost like weird looking troll goblin type situation. We've then got Alistar, kind of woodland, I don't know if it's a druid or a woodland lady. And then the crazy guy who's ringing the bell, his name is Brother Daniel, and he's carrying the sign that will say the end is nigh, ringing his bell, sending his message out to everyone that the world is coming to an end, and he's all right with it. So after we did those, we then did the last two, which was the airships. The first one being the Goblin airship, which looks like this. So this is the Goblin airship. Yes, priming will be next, man. So yeah, the Goblin airship looks. This is probably my favourite one, just because I love the big bloated frog on top. Again, some filling to do, but not too much, not too crazy. So I'll do that next as well. And then we finish off with the gnome airship. There we go, there's the gnome airship. And there it is. Still also a very cool looking miniature. Sort of cycling away. Yeah, so that's that. Right, that is the end of the stream. We built all of the leftover Moonstone miniatures, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expansion boxes all built up, resulting in 7 miniatures. So that's something I'm going to do next. We'll get them filled, we'll get them primed, and then when I come back, we'll be into the painting. We will, yeah, get these guys done, and then I've got Moonstone complete. Like, unless I buy any more, which, let's face it, may well happen. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, thanks very much for watching and hanging out with me. I hope you found it chilled and enjoyable. If you did, give us a like on YouTube if you're around. Maybe consider subscribing, and exactly the same on Twitch. Maybe give us a follow. You can also subscribe there, but that costs money and that's not expected. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. I will see you on the next one. Yeah, come over to YouTube. There's loads of videos you might fancy watching and stuff like that. Cheers everybody, see you soon. Bye bye.